So, Elon Musk has sent a car into space on its way to Mars, and they've successfully landed two booster rockets back on Earth safely, simultaneously, in an amazing development in the progress of man on his path to colonize space, or whatever science fiction narrative they're playing out at the moment. And there are these people online arguing back and forth. It was real, it was fake. And my question to those people who are spending their time arguing about this stuff, either on YouTube or elsewhere, is why does it matter? Why does it matter? This is a serious question. I'm not being rhetorical. I'm genuinely interested to hear your opinions. Why does this matter to you so much? I'm genuinely curious to hear. Please tell me in the comment section below. Tell me, guys, whether you think this event was real or fake. Please tell me why it is so important that you would waste your precious, finite time on this earth arguing back and forth about it. You see, for me, I would put this SpaceX hoax somewhere in between NASA fakery and the heliocentrism hoax. Somewhere in between those two levels of hoaxes is where I would put it. You could argue that it's more important than the NASA fakery because it's contemporary. It's happening right now, whereas a lot of the NASA fakery is from close to 50 years ago, isn't it? The moon landings and that kind of thing. So you could argue that it's a bigger deal than NASA fakery. And also because, this is part of the Mars narrative. So you could argue that it's above NASA fakery, but it still wouldn't be as significant as the heliocentrism hoax, would it? So, best case scenario, if you were really generous, you could say that maybe it's at the teeny hoax level. Maybe. If you're being generous. And so, when you're new to all of this, I can understand why you would spend time debating it and discussing it. And I think there is value in that when you're new to this. But once you've been around for a while, and once you've gotten your mind around the fact that these lies can and do happen, and the lemming masses don't care, my question is simple. Why would you spend your time sitting around arguing about it? I'm genuinely curious to hear your reasons as to why. Maybe one of the reasons why I find it amusing that people are wasting so much of their time talking about this is because it reveals to me that they still haven't quite worked out what is going on here. And you see, even though we're told at school that we're all the same, humans are all the same, and we're all intelligent, and, all this kind of stuff. Once you've been here for long enough, you realize that this simply is not the case. You realize that most people, especially when they're in a crowd, including an online crowd, they will simply go with whatever the authority tells them. And people like Gustave Le Bon were telling us this more than 100 years ago. Let's look at this quote here from Gustave Le Bon. A crowd scarcely distinguishes between the subjective and the objective. It accepts as real the images evoked in its mind, though they most often have only a very distant relation with the observed fact. And that's from The Crowd, which was published, at least ostensibly, in 1895. So what is it that is so important about this SpaceX hoax? What do some of you guys think? Oh, if we talk about the SpaceX hoax, we're going to wake up the masses and the normies and we're going to take down NASA. And do you really believe that? Do you really believe that? Yeah? These people honestly believe that there's a car on the way to Mars right now or something like this. What, and you think sitting around arguing about SpaceX is going to wake them up? Man, if you really believe that, then there might not be very much hope for you, I'm afraid. Might not be much hope for you at all. Going back to this hoax hierarchy, it is the case that even among so-called awake people, they still believe in war, they still believe in nuclear bombs. Some of them still appear to believe in human evolution theory. A lot of them still believe in dinosaurs. So you think talking about a kitty hoax or a kitty teeny hoax, you think that's, guys, this is just... I feel embarrassed that I am even making this video. I really am. I feel embarrassed. This is embarrassing for me. That I even need to point out to you guys that this is low-level hoaxery. It really is. It's low-level hoaxery. And how does it even hurt you? I mean, if people believe that their authorities are sending a car to Mars and it makes them happy, why is that even a problem for you? Why would you care? You know, if I meet someone and he's genuinely happy that Elon Musk and these great scientists are sending a car to Mars, if that makes him happy, then I say that's fine. You know, that's not a problem for me. What do I care for? I don't care. So those of you who do care, please let me know why you care, why this is such a big deal in the comment section below. I'm more than happy to hear what you have to say for yourself. And if you'd like to hear more of what I have to say for myself, let me share something else with you right now. 20 Australian dollars works out to just 16 US dollars. So for 16 US dollars, you get to see what is at the daddy hoax level of this hoax hierarchy. You get access to literally dozens of hours of exclusive video material and exclusive audio material and more than 100,000 words worth of articles, more than 30 exclusive articles waiting just for you right now for the paltry sum of just 16 US dollars. Now let me suggest something to you. The vast majority of people who spend their time arguing about these tiny little hoaxes, these teeny hoaxes, they tell themselves that they care about the deceptions going on, but they don't read the works of people like Gustave Le Bon who explain how and why these deceptions take place, and they don't care enough to partake in what's happening at johnlebon.com, where there's about 50 of us who get together every now and then, and we discuss these things, and we discuss what's higher in the hoax hierarchy. And we don't just discuss the hoaxes, we discuss what this means for us as people, and what we can do with our lives going forward now that we have this knowledge. So rather than debating these lower level hoaxes, we discuss. It's not debating, it's discussing. And rather than focus on these low level hoaxes, we talk about some of the more important things that are going on today. And the great thing is that because we have this little filter in place, a $16 a month filter in place, it keeps out all of the lemmings who think that arguing about this stuff is important. So maybe that's what's going on here, guys. Maybe that's why I don't care about these lower level hoaxes, because I've got better things to discuss with people who like to discuss them. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Leave your comments in the comments section below, but that's it for me for today. Check the info box below if you'd like to check out this hoax hierarchy section, available right now. But that will do us for today. So on the 13th of February, 2018, John Le Bon signing off, and until next time, you guys take care of yourselves.